"If you obey all the rules, you miss all the fun," Katharine Hepburn once declared, a statement that perfectly encapsulates her fearless approach to life and her unyielding spirit. This bold proclamation wasn't just a quip, but a guiding philosophy that defined every aspect of her journey. From the moment she stepped into the spotlight, Hepburn defied conventions, forging her own path in a world that often sought to box women into predictable roles. A trailblazer in every sense, Hepburn lived a life marked by resilience, controversy, and a refusal to conform. She challenged societal norms with her unapologetic independence and unorthodox choices, both on-screen and off. Whether it was her insistence on wearing trousers in an era when it was considered scandalous, or her rejection of traditional marriage and motherhood, Hepburn's defiance made her an icon not just of Hollywood, but of individuality itself. Her life was a tapestry woven with personal tragedy, romantic entanglements, professional triumphs, and enduring independence. From the heartbreaking loss of her brother during her formative years to her tumultuous and secretive relationship with Spencer Tracy, Hepburn's story is one of highs and lows, triumphs and sacrifices. Professionally, she broke barriers and reinvented herself time and again, proving her versatility and tenacity in a career that spanned decades and earned her an unparalleled 4 Academy Awards. But beneath the dazzling image of this Hollywood icon lies a deeper story. What fueled her unrelenting drive? How did she reconcile her vulnerabilities with her public persona of strength? These are the questions that define Katharine Hepburn's legacy, making her a figure as complex as she was inspiring. "If you obey all the rules, you miss all the fun," Katharine Hepburn once said, a sentiment that encapsulates her bold and unconventional life. Katharine Hepburn was a woman who defined her era, a Hollywood icon who embodied strength, independence, and an unyielding determination to live life on her own terms. From her unconventional upbringing to her groundbreaking career, Hepburn's life was a tapestry of triumphs and struggles, woven with threads of scandal, heartbreak, and resilience. Known for her distinctive voice, commanding presence, and unapologetic personality, she broke barriers both on-screen and off. This story dives deep into the lesser-known, often hidden facets of Hepburn's life, offering a glimpse into the complexity of a woman who became a legend. Katharine Hepburn was a woman who defined her era, a Hollywood icon who embodied strength, independence, and an unyielding determination to live life on her own terms. From her unconventional upbringing to her groundbreaking career, Hepburn's life was a tapestry of triumphs and struggles, woven with threads of scandal, heartbreak, and resilience. Known for her distinctive voice, commanding presence, and unapologetic personality, she broke barriers both on-screen and off. This story dives deep into the lesser-known, often hidden facets of Hepburn's life, offering a glimpse into the complexity of a woman who became a legend. Katharine Hepburn was born on May 12, 1907, in Hartford, Connecticut, into a family that was anything but ordinary. Her father, Dr. Thomas Hepburn, was a prominent urologist and staunch advocate for public health reform, often speaking out on controversial issues of the time. Her mother, Catherine Martha Houghton Hepburn, was a trailblazer in her own right, a suffragette and fierce advocate for women's rights. Catherine Martha often took young Catherine to rallies and marches, exposing her to the fight for equality at an early age. This unconventional upbringing laid the foundation for Catherine's strong-willed, independent personality. The Hepburn household was one of intellectual curiosity and progressive values. Unlike many families of the era, the Hepburns encouraged debate and individuality. Catherine was allowed to explore her tomboyish tendencies without judgment, a freedom that would shape her unique identity. At the age of 9, she cut off her hair and demanded to be called Jimmy, a name her parents lovingly embraced. This acceptance of her nonconformity instilled in Catherine a lifelong confidence to challenge societal expectations. In 1921, when Katharine was just 13, her world was upended by a tragedy that would haunt her for the rest of her life. During an Easter trip to New York City to visit their aunt, Katharine and her 15-year-old brother Tom seemed to be enjoying a carefree holiday. The siblings attended theatre performances and spent time exploring the city. But one morning, Katharine made a shocking discovery. Tom was dead, hanging from a noose in their aunt's attic. The death was ruled a suicide, but the Hepburn family vehemently rejected this conclusion, instead claiming that Tom had been conducting a scientific experiment that had gone tragically wrong. The family's denial of Tom's apparent suicide created an atmosphere of suppressed grief and unanswered questions. For Katharine, the loss was devastating. Tom had been her closest confidant and a source of joy in her young life. Without him, she became withdrawn and distrustful of the world around her. The Hepburns' refusal to confront the truth only deepened Katharine's sense of isolation, forcing her to internalize her pain and build a protective shell of independence and resilience. This tragedy marked a turning point in Katharine's life. The carefree child who had once been known as Jimmy grew more introspective and determined. She vowed to live life on her own terms, unwilling to be bound by societal expectations or conventional roles. Tom's death became a driving force behind Katharine's relentless pursuit of success, as if proving herself to the world could somehow fill the void he left behind. Through her progressive upbringing and the profound loss of her brother, Katharine Hepburn's formative years were a complex mix of encouragement and heartbreak. These early experiences shaped the fierce, independent woman who would go on to captivate audiences and challenge conventions, both in Hollywood and beyond. Katharine Hepburn's college years were marked by a profound awkwardness and discomfort in social settings. Enrolled at Bryn Mawr College, she often felt out of place among her more polished and traditional peers. Her reserved demeanor and unconventional ways made it difficult for her to form close friendships. Yet, amidst the solitude, Katharine discovered theatre, a world where she could express herself freely. She began participating in college plays, finding solace in the transformative power of performance. Her early attempts at acting were anything but smooth. Katharine's sharp, piercing voice drew criticism from directors and audiences alike, who found it grating and unrefined. Her physicality on stage too was awkward. She often stumbled through scenes, leading some to dismiss her as clumsy and unpolished. In one particularly humiliating instance, she was fired from a production after just a few performances, with the director citing her lack of stage presence. Despite these setbacks, Katharine remained undeterred. Each failure only fueled her determination to improve, and she began to hone her craft with relentless focus. In 1928, Katharine married Ludo Ogden Smith, a well-off socialite whose steady temperament offered a temporary respite from the chaos of her burgeoning career. Ludo was deeply supportive of Katharine's ambitions, but their marriage was far from conventional. Katharine's restless desire to act often pulled her away from her husband and the domestic life he envisioned for them. Over time, it became clear that Katharine's first love was her career. She frequently traveled for auditions and roles, leaving Ludo behind. Despite his unwavering support, the couple's relationship grew strained under the weight of her ambitions. After 6 years, Katharine made the difficult decision to divorce Ludo, choosing to prioritize her dreams over her marriage. Their amicable separation reflected her deep respect for Ludo, but underscored her unyielding independence. Katharine's perseverance finally paid off in 1932 when she landed a role in the Broadway play The Warrior's Husband. Her performance as a fiercely independent Amazon warrior showcased her unique energy and charisma, earning her critical acclaim. For the first time, audiences and critics alike took notice of her commanding presence on stage. Her success in the play caught the attention of Hollywood scouts, marking the beginning of her transition to film. Later that year, Katharine made her film debut in A Bill of Divorcement under the direction of George Cukor. Starring opposite John Barrymore, she delivered a striking performance that demonstrated her ability to hold her own alongside seasoned actors. The film's success cemented Katharine as a rising star in Hollywood, and her unconventional beauty and unapologetic demeanor set her apart from her peers. From enduring the sting of rejection to commanding attention on Broadway and in Hollywood, Katharine's early career was a testament to her resilience. Every stumble, every critique, and every challenge became a stepping stone on her journey to stardom. These formative years not only shaped her as an actress, but also solidified her reputation as a woman who refused to accept defeat. Katharine Hepburn's relationship with John Ford, a celebrated director, was as passionate as it was controversial. Ford, a married man, was drawn to Hepburn's tomboyish charm and fierce independence while they worked together on Mary of Scotland in 1936. Their relationship quickly deepened, but the shadow of Ford's marriage loomed large over their romance. Hepburn, known for her boldness, allegedly attempted to convince Ford's wife, Mary, to divorce him. She even offered financial incentives to ease the process, a move that revealed both her tenacity and her vulnerability in matters of the heart. Despite her efforts, Ford ultimately chose to remain with his wife, citing family obligations and his Catholic faith. The rejection was a blow to Hepburn, who had invested deeply in their relationship. This affair illuminated a softer, more vulnerable side to her otherwise unyielding persona. It also highlighted the complexities of her emotional life, where ambition and love often clashed. Howard Hughes, the eccentric aviator and millionaire, entered Hepburn's life at a time when she was navigating both professional success and personal uncertainty. Hughes was captivated by her independence and intellect, and he pursued her with grand gestures that ranged from lavish gifts to adventurous airplane rides. Their relationship was a whirlwind of excitement, with Hughes's audacious personality serving as a dramatic counterpoint to Hepburn's grounded independence. Despite his wealth and charm, Hepburn found Hughes's controlling tendencies incompatible with her need for freedom. When he proposed marriage, she turned him down, unwilling to sacrifice her career or autonomy for a traditional life. This decision underscored her steadfast commitment to living on her own terms, even at the expense of personal happiness. Their relationship, while short-lived, was a testament to Hepburn's refusal to conform to societal expectations. Hepburn's relationship with Spencer Tracy was perhaps the most defining and complex of her life. Meeting on the set of Woman of the Year in 1942, the two shared an immediate connection that transcended the screen. Their on-screen chemistry was electric, captivating audiences and leading to 9 films together. Off-screen, however, their bond was far more intricate. Tracy was a devout Catholic, deeply troubled by guilt over his estranged marriage and his son's disability. These feelings often left him withdrawn and burdened, but Hepburn's unwavering loyalty became his anchor. For over 25 years, she stood by him, caring for him during his struggles with alcoholism and health issues. Despite their deep love, Tracy's religious convictions prevented him from divorcing his wife, making their relationship one of secrecy and sacrifice. Their love profoundly shaped Hepburn's life. She stepped away from her career for several years to care for Tracy in his final days, a gesture that spoke to her boundless devotion. Yet their clandestine relationship also demanded compromises, forcing Hepburn to navigate the tension between her public image and private life. Throughout her life, Hepburn's unconventional choices fueled speculation about her sexuality. Her boyish fashion sense, refusal to marry again, and close relationships with women led to persistent rumors that she was a lesbian. These whispers only added to her enigmatic allure, reinforcing her status as a woman who defied categorization. While Hepburn never publicly addressed these rumors, her ability to remain unapologetically true to herself made her a symbol of independence and individuality. The ambiguity surrounding her personal life became part of her legacy, ensuring that she remained a subject of fascination long after her death. In love, as in life, Katharine Hepburn navigated the tumult with resilience and authenticity. Her relationships, whether marked by scandal, passion or sacrifice, reflected the complexities of a woman who lived unapologetically on her own terms. By the late 1930s, Katharine Hepburn's career had hit a rough patch. Dubbed box office poison after a series of commercial flops, her once bright Hollywood star seemed to be fading. However, true to her resilient nature, Hepburn refused to accept defeat. In a bold move, she took control of her narrative by acquiring the film rights to Philip Barry's hit Broadway play, The Philadelphia Story. The play's lead character, Tracy Lord, was tailor-made for Hepburn, allowing her to showcase both her comedic timing and dramatic depth. Hepburn's business acumen shone as she carefully negotiated her return to the big screen. She sold the film rights to MGM on the condition that she would star in the lead role and have approval over the director and co-stars. This level of control was unprecedented for an actress at the time and marked a turning point in her career. Partnering with Cary Grant and Jimmy Stewart, Hepburn delivered a magnetic performance that revitalized her image. The chemistry among the trio, combined with the sharp wit of the screenplay, made The Philadelphia Story, 1940, a critical and commercial success. The film not only restored Hepburn's standing in Hollywood, but also secured her reputation as a versatile and bankable actress. Stewart won an Academy Award for his performance, and Hepburn earned a nomination, further cementing the film's legacy. Following the triumph of The Philadelphia Story, Hepburn entered a new phase of her career marked by artistic reinvention and an uncanny ability to adapt to changing times. She embraced roles that aligned with her evolving persona, often portraying strong, complex women who defied societal norms. In Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, 1967, Hepburn delivered a poignant performance as a mother grappling with her daughter's interracial marriage. The film, released during the height of the civil rights movement, resonated deeply with audiences and showcased Hepburn's ability to tackle socially relevant themes with grace and conviction. Her performance earned her a second Academy Award, solidifying her status as one of Hollywood's most respected actresses. Hepburn continued to push boundaries with her portrayal of Eleanor of Aquitaine in The Lion in Winter, 1968. Sharing the screen with Peter O'Toole, she brought the historical queen to life with a fiery intensity that captivated critics and audiences alike. The role earned her a third Academy Award, a testament to her enduring talent and adaptability. Unlike many of her contemporaries, Hepburn refused to be pigeonholed by age. She seamlessly transitioned into roles that celebrated her maturity and depth, avoiding the pitfalls of typecasting. Her ability to reinvent herself and remain relevant for over 6 decades was a rare feat in an industry notorious for its fleeting loyalties. Through strategic choices, fearless reinvention, and an unwavering commitment to her craft, Katharine Hepburn mastered Hollywood on her own terms. Her triumphs not only revived her career, but also paved the way for future generations of actresses to demand control over their narratives and careers. As Katharine Hepburn entered the later years of her life, she began to step away from the relentless pace of Hollywood. She retreated to her family home in Fenwick, Connecticut, a picturesque sanctuary by the Long Island Sound that she cherished deeply. Here, she embraced a quieter existence, often reflecting on her storied career and the principles that had guided her life. While she largely avoided the limelight, Hepburn occasionally granted interviews, captivating audiences with her sharp wit and unapologetic candor. Hepburn's advocacy for progressive causes continued to shine during this period. A staunch proponent of birth control and women's rights, she spoke openly about topics that many in her generation shied away from. Her candidness extended to her atheism, a bold stance in an industry and era that often celebrated traditional values. Hepburn's willingness to voice her beliefs, even as she aged, reinforced her reputation as a fearless and independent thinker. Although she no longer appeared regularly on screen, Hepburn took on occasional roles that reflected her maturity and depth. Films like On Golden Pond, 1981, showcased her enduring talent, proving that her charisma and skill transcended time. Despite her indomitable spirit, Hepburn faced significant health challenges in her later years. She battled periods of exhaustion and was hospitalized multiple times for pneumonia. As dementia began to take hold, her once vibrant mind faced increasing struggles. Yet even in the face of declining health, Hepburn remained a symbol of resilience. Her tenacity and strength inspired those around her as she continued to approach life with the same determination that had defined her career. Hepburn's physical ailments did little to diminish her impact. Visitors to her Fenwick home often noted her lively demeanor and unwavering curiosity. She maintained a connection to her roots, surrounded by family and the memories of her illustrious journey. Katharine Hepburn passed away on June 29, 2003, at the age of 96. Fittingly, she took her final breath in her beloved family home in Fenwick, surrounded by the familiar sights and sounds that had brought her comfort throughout her life. Her death was peaceful, a testament to a life well lived on her own terms. As news of her passing spread, tributes poured in from across the globe. Fans and colleagues alike celebrated her groundbreaking contributions to film, her fearless advocacy, and her unwavering individuality. Hepburn's legacy was cemented not only as one of Hollywood's greatest actresses, but also as a woman who redefined what it meant to live authentically. Through her later years, Katharine Hepburn exemplified grace, resilience, and reflection. Her journey, from a trailblazing career to a contemplative retirement, was a testament to the power of staying true to oneself, leaving an indelible mark on both Hollywood and the world. Katharine Hepburn's legacy is a testament to the enduring power of individuality, resilience, and unapologetic defiance of societal norms. Over the course of her remarkable life, she challenged conventions, carved out a unique space in Hollywood, and redefined what it meant to be a leading lady. Whether she was donning trousers in an era that demanded dresses or taking control of her career in an industry notorious for its male dominance, Hepburn's journey was one of unwavering authenticity. Perhaps no quote captures her spirit better than her declaration, "I never lose sight of the fact that just being is fun." This simple yet profound philosophy encapsulated her approach to both life and art. Hepburn's joy for living, coupled with her refusal to conform, inspired countless admirers to embrace their true selves and pursue their passions fearlessly. Her impact on Hollywood is immeasurable. With 4 Academy Awards to her name, Hepburn remains one of the most decorated actresses in cinematic history. Yet, her influence extends far beyond accolades. She broke barriers for women in film, setting a precedent for independence and creative control that continues to resonate with actresses today. Her groundbreaking roles and fearless advocacy for progressive causes paved the way for future generations to challenge the status quo. Katharine Hepburn's story is one of triumph over adversity, a shining example of what it means to live authentically. As the years pass, her name remains synonymous with strength, intelligence, and individuality. Her life, marked by bold choices, personal sacrifices, and an unyielding commitment to self-expression, serves as a beacon of inspiration, reminding us all to stay true to ourselves, no matter the odds. Katharine Hepburn's life was a testament to the power of authenticity and resilience. Her journey from tragedy to triumph, her defiance of societal norms, and her unapologetic pursuit of independence make her an enduring symbol of strength and individuality. For instance, her fearless orchestration of her comeback with the Philadelphia Story demonstrated her resilience, while her devotion to Spencer Tracy during his final years reflected her profound loyalty and compassion. Through her groundbreaking roles, controversial romances, and unwavering determination, Hepburn left an indelible mark on Hollywood and the world, inspiring generations to come. If you enjoyed exploring the incredible journey of Katharine Hepburn, don't forget to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories of trailblazers who changed the world. Your support helps us bring these remarkable stories to life.